Welcome back to the Gaming Tavern. On tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about Helldivers 2. With me tonight, my co-hosts are Caleb, the old man, the one, the only, the D-bag with swag, Sir William.
Bitch.
Hi. So anyway, let's just hop right into it. So Helldivers, like Caleb just said, it was fun until it wasn't.
It was always fun. You guys are just a bunch of pussies.
No. They fumbled the bag, bro. They did.
So here's the problem with Helldivers, and I've been thinking about this since you brought it up as a topic, and where my problems with it lie, and I think it's where everyone's problems with it lie. It's the same thing with everything. They fucking switch out the guns. They quit. They fuck with. They nerf guns that you started with, and all of a sudden you're learning new shit. Now it's not bad enough that you're getting swarmed by fucking terminids and bots all over the place, but now your guns don't work, and you don't want to go back to the drawing board on that shit constantly. Stop faking content by switching up guns and making things interesting that way, and just make new content.
Yeah, I think their idea was to nerf like the railgun and force you to use other guns, but really they could have just made other guns better, and people
Right.
would want to use other guns, but instead they just made it almost impossible to complete hard missions.
Yeah. And especially when we just sit there and have to kill shit. It's endless of tomfuckery. And like Will just said earlier, he just randomly kills us to get a laugh out of it.
Listen, a shotgun to the back of the head though, it's fucking
Dude,
makes so
It's
laugh.
satisfying, dude. You
Squad.
fucking flop to the ground.
I mean,
Squad
granted,
kills make it interesting. Squad kills make it interesting.
I mean, I will tell you, mollywopping the whole squad is pretty satisfying.
Oh, like with the defense missions,
Yeah.
have to be finished.
Yeah.
Throwing down a
At the
fucking
time,
hell
just
bomb as
fighting
you're
each
running
other.
away and just hoping you don't blow each other up.
The best orbital in the game, 380 millimeter barrage.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's tomfuckery, bro.
Toss it and hope to God it's not near you.
There's no
you-
such thing as not near you. If
I
you
was gonna
toss it,
say.
it's near you.
And another thing that pissed me off because how they responded with, "Oh, you gotta use your orbitals better. That's how you beat it." And it's like, all right, well you can only use some of them 3 times, like, and then it's done. So there's only a select few that only had an unlimited amount to use, which one was the railgun, which at some point they nerfed that, but I
Into the
think they
fucking
fixed it.
ground.
The railgun orbital, and 'cause there ain't no way that thing shouldn't one-shot a Bile Titan.
For sure.
Yeah, and that was the screwy shit is they kept changing things to the point where you'd get used to trying to actually work the game one way, and all of a sudden they change it and you come back. You can't do the same shit. You can't play the same way. You got to do an hour's worth of research before you jump on a game. I get it. I get why you guys didn't want to play. You're still a bunch of pussies, but I get why you guys didn't want to play.
Well, even with just their stock weapons, there's a point where it's just like it's just a slugger that you need to use. And
Sir, can you get your pussy out of my face?
listen, my pussy's already on its own.
That's why it's
So-
important to me, isn't it, huh?
That's the shitty part of the game. I want to tell you what I love about this game. So when I growing up, there was a movie. I know you all know it, Starship Troopers.
Starship
This-
Troopers.
This game was the game version of Starship Troopers.
I said that.
My part.
I said that from
Write
the
it
beginning.
down. It's fucking beautiful. Everything they did on it was perfectly for that. And it's one of my favorite movies. It's campy, it's stupid, but if you really take a look at the jokes, it's fucking hilarious. And this game followed that path. And it was a perfect make of if you take a movie and make a game out of it, this was it.
Right.
The cinematics in this game are fucking awesome.
And that came out in what, like 94-ish?
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Somewhere's around there. Because I remember watching it when I was a kid. I remember it scaring the shit out of me because being a little kid watching it, man, it's kind of scary. But the whole thing with the whole shit, you can only throw your stuff so far. Like, it's not like, to bring back what you said, we need to use the orbitals better. You can only throw it so far. before
I
just
think part of this game was to keep you on your toes and make you have to be in the midst of shit, and that was the fun part of it.
I mean,
I mean,
I
how many
still do
times?
love the bug missions. It's the automatons that really stress me out.
Oh, you mean when you haven't played in months and you go
Yeah.
back for the first time and asshole brings you into a fucking helldive mission
hold on,
with
hold on, hold
fucking
on, hold on,
bots?
hold on, hold on, hold on.
And all of a sudden there's fucking drop
Hold
ships
on.
that are shooting
Hold
us.
on.
Like,
When old man says asshole, he's referring to this one. This one right
Which
here.
one pointing at?
You.
I'm assuming that's me, but I just want to make sure to clarify.
Yes, I'm clarifying. This one down here below me.
Look,
So,
I followed Caleb's last last spawn point to the exact millimeter, and I got bitched at for spawning us there. So that one wasn't on me.
no, it was
He
not.
pinged somewhere, and I'm like, all right, bet I'm going right
I
there.
pinged
And he's
somewhere
like,
outside of a red
no,
zone.
That was the
He
last
dropped
time we
no,
us
you
played.
weren't
right
right
into the
there.
red
No,
zone.
I was over here.
so
No.
you don't think putting it on helldive had anything to do with any problems we faced there?
We would have been perfectly fine. Nah. We would have had no issues.
No,
If
no,
we started
no.
off fine, we would have been okay.
It was
He was
like what
lucky I didn't get to
the
put it on
first time
fucking
we
ultimate
played.
hell dive.
The first time
Oh,
we played, you spawned us into bots.
Oh, I didn't. No. The bots. I don't even remember what happened, but I know that was a unified decision,
we
and
didn't even
we
have time
also
to call down
unified.
our fucking equipment. Like, just
No,
started getting annihilated.
we also said fuck that shit because it was terrible.
And them motherfuckers don't miss.
Nope,
They don't miss.
they are not stormtroopers.
No, sir.
You know, I will tell you, in my opinion, I think this game has the best quote out of all the games I think we've played this year. For democracy and just the way they scream
For
it,
democracy.
I think it's perfect. And I think it's the best one out of everything that we've played.
I
Oh,
mean,
what is
everything.
it? The get some.
Get some!
As he's lighting stitch, get some, and he just starts
Get the
laughing.
shit out of it.
Yeah, so like I think that's like the best. I think it has some of the best quotes.
Yeah, just fucking laying down the trigger and just.
Exactly.
No, I think they did take a turn, but I don't think it's not worth playing. Well, my problem is it's on PS5. My PS5 isn't even plugged in anymore.
Well, I know I keep saying negative things, but it's just so easy. I didn't like how their freaking progression of like the metal things worked. Like, I don't care. You don't care about half the shit, but you still have to unlock it, like, to get to the better shit. And it's not even better. By the time you get to it, you think it's gonna be good, and the fucking weapon's absolute dog shit. Like,
Well, I think that was the problem. Is they fucked up on the weaponry.
yeah,
And if you kept the progression the way it was, and you actually unlocked better tier weapons or weapons that handled a certain way with certain creatures,
yeah,
and was consistent. Like if you picked up, what was that, the shotgun, and it worked with Tyranids or Terminids, but not bots or bots, and it stayed consistent, then that's fine.
yeah.
But nothing was consistent.
And if you wanted to, you can easily just run to every single objective, but you have to avoid a lot of fights, and you can easily clear all the planets. But who wants to do that?
Nah,
Right.
gotta
Fuck,
mix
now
it
to
up.
fucking shoot some shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially with the kind of game that they designed it to be. It's not a game to just run around and avoid shit. They designed it, in my opinion, they designed it to make you fight shit and kill shit constantly.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to admit, as much as we play as squads on a regular basis, we don't play as a squad.
No.
There's no game we play as a
Gotta
squad
split
I
the
in.
was-
planet up a little bit,
I-
bro. You can't have them all focused in one spot
I
now.
was just gonna say, I don't think there's one single fucking game we play that we play as a squad.
I mean, yeah, we do. It's you guys, and then I'm off being a dumbass. That's
Po-
and probably
valid.
Caleb as well.
Valid. That is a valid
So
point.
that's a decent. It's a little 3-segment squad.
And to be honest, I always try to make sure I stay close to old man. I always try. Because I know at the end of the day, if my ass goes down, he's going to pick me up. And if he goes down, I'm going to pick him up. 80% of the time, I can rely on Will to pick me up. But but the other 20% of the time when he's across the fucking map, hey man, you're gonna have to take care of this on your own. I'm on the other side.
But
Handle
it,
you once.
listen, but if we go down when we're across the map, it really sucks because
All
we're gonna
right.
be
Fuck.
set and then
Gotta
run all the
Right.
way
run
across the
back to
map.
that bitch.
Because I'm running back, but it's gonna suck.
Right, right. And like that's the other thing. Like you can only throw like the revive ball. You can only throw it so far.
Yeah,
And like I think that's though I think that's one of the most annoying things for me is that you can only throw the orbital so far. You can only throw the revival so far. Rather than being able to just pick where you want to respawn. Like that's just my opinion.
yeah. And the mechs were kind of a letdown too. Like
Oh, the
you keep
mechanics,
going.
yeah.
Yeah, how long it takes you to jump in one. By the time you already get in one, you've gotten lit up. You're already down half health on it.
Right.
I mean, it's dope when it comes in. Like it's a cool fact feature. Like the dropship brings it in. It starts lighting stuff up. It seems like more show than actually effective, but
Yeah, I mean, the game. Like, don't get me wrong, the game is great for content. Like if you want some dumb shit that is funny as hell, it's great for content. Um, and that part of the game it works. But when you just want to play the game and you just want to like run it and you're not creating content, it becomes kind of a pain in the ass. And in my opinion is that no matter what planet you go to, it's still repetitive as far as what you just did on the planet before. It's all repetitive.
it is very repetitive. But like we still did have fun. I think what was the game? $40?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
it
like
definitely got its worth out. Like, I'm not, no question about it. It definitely played its worth.
And another cool another cool feature is you could find the in-store credit on the maps and places. So like to buy new armor and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
you never had to
So,
spend money for shit if you didn't want to.
yeah,
So,
percent.
and that's another reason why I wanted this game to actually just succeed, and now I want to play this game is because you got games like COD out there, who are fucking raping you for skins and weapons
yeah,
and make weapons meta to actually where they're gonna kill you fast. You gotta buy it to be on top. Whereas this game didn't charge you shit. You donated extra money if you wanted to, but there's nothing that you couldn't have attained in this game by actually just playing the game.
Yeah,
And to see that nowadays is a breath of fucking fresh air, dude.
right.
There's and that's why I want to support this game. I'm tired of and it's you could blame COD, but we keep playing it. We all keep playing this stupid
Well,
shit.
I mean, it's the only
one of the
six squad based game.
yeah those games, 6 people.
Yeah, I'm a little bummed with Warhammer right now. 3-person squads supposed
You
to be
know,
sweet
if
to begin
Yeah,
with.
like if there was another AAA game that was like COD that was that would even say close to being what it was, if it was a 6 player squad, I would go play it. I would gladly hop on board and go play it. But when we constantly every night we have 5 or 6, it's hard to find that game that we're gonna play without ditching somebody.
So what's the problem with 6-man squads? Not enough people. What gamers don't have friends? What's the deal here? What's
yeah.
what's
Like
going
why
on here?
why are games not doing 6 mans? Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know. I mean
Even
that's
Throne of Liberty, bro. They're even doing 6 man group.
yeah.
I was shocked by that, honestly. I thought it'd be like a 5 or 4.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised with 6. Um but I'm happy at 6 cuz we're going to have 6 players for that. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, see, and yeah, and that was a thing for us in Helldivers. Like, uh,
Only 4 man.
Yeah. Same thing with the First Descendants. It's the same problem.
So does
Same
it come
problem.
down to a point where I haven't actually looked into it. Is it because that the amount of people who run sixes is low, or it has some technical issue with Once you get past
See,
4,
Might
it
have been
becomes a problem.
might have been
I
a server
was
issue
I was gonna say it might be a server issue, like as far as being able to run 6. It might be a server issue.
because
Because that's the other thing is COD DMZ was fucking awesome. I loved playing DMZ until they died on it, but it just wasn't enough.
But DMZ was trio,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
You could
still
simulate more people, but you would
oh
have to
right,
like
because you
trade
could
squads,
yeah,
and that'd be some bitch
You
shit.
could do the same zombie shit that we used to do.
Yeah, where
right.
we just freaking try to all link up at the same time because we have a
We had
close
fun
Right.
with
community.
we had fun with zombies too once we did it. It was a pain in the ass trying to link up,
Yeah, zombies was
and
fun.
they stopped running content on it. So
Yeah.
But that did make it fun being able to have 6 people. Like,
You know, and for me, this zombies will always have a special place in my heart because got me to play with Lindsay. So like for me, it's perfect for me.
I don't know. Is she gonna try the new zombies? Who knows?
Yeah, she's already said she's gonna play it. She's gonna run it.
All right.
So we shall see how that goes. But sticking to Helldivers, the other problem with the game, or what I say is a problem, is the replayability of it.
So
What?
I think the problem with
Like the
that you're seeing with the
competitiveness?
replayability is we weren't into it to the point where we needed to, where you saw how the mission progression and what they actually mechanic that they built in later was how the bugs and the bots took planets, and they actually started showing the trees later. Whereas when we were playing, it was random as far as we
Right.
concerned. You take
Yeah.
this planet, oh, you might get it back. Here's your order. Now you go on and you look at the map, and it tells you, look, if you lose this planet, you're going to lose all these planets. And you could go in,
Oh,
and it's actually mission based, and they have objectives to it, and they started showing it. They originally didn't show that,
interesting.
and to have
This-
a real time service game with a guy who's a game creator is
Right.
kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome.
the god or
The
whatever.
god. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever he is. Yeah. I mean that is pretty cool. That was one thing I did like about the game, was that he had the ability to constantly change the game, which
But I mean, I hope they adjusted the progress of it though. Like the progress, like the percentage you would contribute for each mission was so minimal that it was
yeah.
expecting there to be like
like
a million people playing. It seems like, and that just
like
wasn't the case. Like,
you go
Right.
into a planet and it's 97.999 bugs. You finish it and it's 97.998 bugs.
yeah,
Yeah, it just felt like you weren't contributing. Yeah, they have some mechanics to work out. I think I would hope they got better. I know there was this big thing throughout the summer. They lost like 90,000 players, but that
Holy
generally happens.
moly.
well, they were supposed
Yeah,
to. Everybody always kept speculating they were gonna bring other factions into it, like so you'd have different things to fight.
Not
Because
not 90,000. They lost 90%. They went
90%
from
of their
like
players.
That's
400
Yeah,
that's
400,000
even
to 40,000.
crazier.
it
But
just
it's still
died
there's
off.
still 40,000 playing, but which looking at it, it's still a shit ton of players.
Yeah,
But
but
they were over like 400,000.
when you're looking
it's
at
still a top.
when you're
Go
looking at
ahead.
when you're looking at 40,000 players, and you have to look at the up cost of your server, the maintenance, updating, paying the employees and all this other jazz. That's significant.
Oh, they were still making money. I think it was still a top-rated game on PlayStation as far as player count is concerned.
Oh yeah, I
I
still
know
see
that
live
doesn't.
streams of it on TikTok and stuff.
Still?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
occasionally
It's
see.
still got a huge player base. I mean, so it hit records to begin with. So
Right.
you've got nowhere to but to fall from that.
It was fun.
Um, they just didn't. I don't think they did enough to captivate, and I think they had some bugs that they worked on that kept them behind,
Yeah.
that they couldn't
Right.
roll out along the progression that they wanted to, and they focused too much on gun shit. I'll admit that, and they should have had more of the progression map, like they did late, but you lost a large set of players by that time. We're a society of instant gratification. If you don't like it, it's
Yeah.
fucking gone. And how many games do we have queued up right now? Like there's so many games to just play that you would want to play that uh try to get the squad in on, it's hard. It's hard. So
Yeah.
if you fuck up and you drop the ball, you can lose a player account quick.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think that's the thing you kind of gotta like account for, like when you're making a new game, like you're gonna ride out that high of it, but when new games start coming out to compete against it, or even if they're not even competing directly against it, you still have to be wanting to create more content that will keep the game fresh and new, so it can
Right.
stay popular.
You know, and I think the other thing is that for me personally, when for me, when I played that game solo, bro, I wanted to kill myself.
Oh yeah, solos, fucking
You know,
bitch.
in that game, solo dolo is not the way to go.
No.
I tried to play solo. I did. It was not fun. You gotta have someone, and even if you ride in with a mission with somebody, if they don't give a fuck about you, you
Right.
know, you're just kind of on your own. It's hard. You do need a group. You need a couple people.
But you need a group that you know, because you have those randos that just deliberately go into the game just to fuck you.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember.
that deliberately do it. So even if you do get into a group, there's no there's no telling if it's going to be a good group or if it's going to be a group that people are going to fuck you in.
I
Yeah.
got pissed one time and just went around and did that for like an hour. I'd roll through the whole mission
Makes
with
sense.
them. I'd get them through and I'd get like all the things, and then at the end I'd just kill them all.
See? D-bag with swag right there.
It happened to me once, and I just said, "All right, people are gonna."
But are you really a D-bag if you take all the freaking components and everything and take them out still? Like, they still get the reward.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
still
Just
die
gotta
for
fuck
it.
with them. Yeah. Well, I remember one random, we were on a bug planet, and we were about to exfil. He was the last one alive. He got all the rare components and everything, and he ran away from the freaking exfil. And like acted like he was lost to like the last couple of seconds and was just
I
like,
think
oh.
I remember that shit.
And we were
He
just
was
like,
acting
bro,
retarded the
is he
whole
doing
time.
this on
Like, all right, bud.
purpose? It's like,
We
got him.
could not tell if he was just dumb or if it was just if he genuinely just did not know what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, like because he played pretty decently. He was moving around when we were watching him, and then all of a sudden he's stupid and doesn't know how to play a game.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not too impressed with the gear that they have either in the game. Or at least when we were playing it. Like I wasn't too impressed with it.
How all the armor was very similar.
Yeah, like it was just like a copy and paste and they changed the color of it and it was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge cosmetics guy in games, but yeah, it was pretty lame. Like so, let me adjust my gear. If I'm gonna buy a helmet, let it do something. Where
Right.
98% of the helmets didn't do shit for you.
Right.
It was just change colors. So if I'm gonna buy a helmet, give it a fucking feature.
Right.
Make it
Yeah.
do something.
The stamina stressed me out a little bit too. That's why I always liked the light armor, the light
Yeah.
armor, because it had more stamina. But even then, you'd fucking dive, and it takes you like forever to get back up.
See, I'm a huge aesthetics kind of guy. Like even if it's, third person or first person, like to me, my operator or my character still has to look fresh. And that's just the way it is. I'll take 30 minutes to an hour to design a character, and Caleb is worse.
No.
What? No?
When we're talking about like MMOs and stuff.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about here. Like an hour just to design his character.
No, I get into a game like that. I just click default and move on.
Yeah. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it.
Yeah, man, you're gonna look fresh.
Descendants?
Huh?
I said, do I need to bring up Descendants?
Uh-oh.
What about it?
I feel like I missed
We
something.
sat in a lobby for 45 fucking minutes.
Oh, I remember
Oh my
this.
God, bro.
An hour
Let
and
a
a
man
half.
upgrade his
Hour and
fucking
a half.
mods, bro.
And we fought a boss that took us 30 seconds to kill twice.
Remind you that you guys were like hours ahead of me in that game, and I caught
True.
up.
Because once you got to a certain point, it was just a fucking wall in that game.
There's
Yeah.
nothing else to do.
Right. I mean, well, that's
Just
the same.
shit.
That's the same thing with Helldivers. You just get to the certain point and it's just
Yeah, I mean,
We didn't get to that point. We didn't get to that point.
I think we should
Yeah,
have
we
been a
did,
little bit
dude.
more
We literally
strategic
we
with our
literally maxed out our
builds.
shit.
Yeah, but we should have been more strategic with our builds, like what we brought in. Like someone should have been like a Marauder or like sentries and shit. Other
Right.
one should have been
No, when
working
we
with
were
their
playing that
orbitals
shit, we were
better. Like,
clearing hell dive, but terminated hell dives
yeah,
with ease.
those ones, yeah.
Not the box. That shit was fucking disgusting. But we were
Which
playing
again,
hell dive for the terminates with ease.
I think they made that giant laser weaker too.
They nerfed everything, dude.
I didn't get the mindset.
Yeah, but my opinion is they nerfed everything. They nerfed everything to where nobody wants to play it. I mean,
Everything
obviously,
we
you're
did,
going to have the people that still want to play it, but on a mass level, I think they nerfed everything to the point where everyone was like, "Fuck this."
yeah.
Well, here's the problem with that. It's 20 or 30 minutes for a game. You change the gun.
Right,
I've got to play with this fucker for 20 or 30 minutes and
right,
talk
right,
shit,
right.
and
Yeah,
then I've
push
got to
it in
try
range.
something else. Yeah, and then now I got to try another gun and hope it's okay for the next 20 to 30 minute mission.
Right.
Yeah, that part.
That's the one thing, and it all goes back to Call of Duty. Honestly, that's the one thing I like about Call of Duty is that mid game you can swap out your shit. You know what I mean? Mid game you can swap out your gun if it just ain't working. If I think that would be a pretty badass feature in Helldivers if you could just swap it out mid game.
Well, at least like when you're dead,
Right,
if you're
right.
dead, you should be able to change your loadout because technically you're dropping from a drop pod, so you're coming from the ship.
Right. So you should be able to change it. And like old man said, being stuck with it for 20 to 30 minutes
Trying to
sucks.
search for one of your buddies' dropped weapons.
Right. And then if you hate the goddamn gun, you're going to pick a different one the next game. And if you don't like that one, you're still stuck with it for another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So there goes a whole hour of being stuck with shit that you don't want.
Yeah. It is satisfying though when you do complete those hard ass missions.
For sure.
Oh, there were times we were fucking cheering.
Yeah.
Come back
One
all
guy
bloody.
left. Yeah.
Oh my God. One guy left. Whew.
Yeah. Come on, buddy, make it. Make it.
You got this. But we did have good times in it, and it was satisfying, and I guarantee we could hop back on it, and it would be satisfying again.
Yeah, melee
Will-
your buddy
Will
right
doesn't
before he
get
gets
the
on the ship and send them
Will
flying.
doesn't get the helm. He doesn't get to toss us into a hell dive.
I am the leader. I have
No.
brought you in thousands of times, and we've made it out thousands of times.
Valid.
Hey, we haven't played this game in 2-3 months. We don't know what the fucking guns do anymore.
Just for shits and giggles, fuck
A
you.
warm
Hell
up.
dive on Droid Land.
Yeah.
I think
Fuck
we
a warm
quit
up.
after that one.
Yeah, we
bro.
did. We did.
We said fuck.
No, we
this."
played more after that.
That was the skull fuck. Like
No, I'm pretty sure it was
We
the
just went
four
over
of
to the
us right
mountains.
here, and we were all like, "Fuck this." Pretty sure.
yeah, I was so rusty I couldn't even call in a freaking orbital. I kept hitting the wrong buttons.
You know, like that's the other crazy thing, right? Think of how long we've been playing video games for, right? The four of us. Just think of how long we've been playing them. And we don't play a game for 2 months and you forget the goddamn buttons.
I don't forget shit.
I don't forget him, but yeah, just couldn't fucking hit the order properly. Like
I would never fuck up an orbital.
Um
I would never sit there and fumble a fucking resupply 30 times.
no, but like what
No,
what I'm
no.
saying is just
Never.
never ever ever.
Oh, never.
Sarcasm,
Oh,
Ryan.
100% I know.
Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
Yes.
But a fun part though was fucking you die. Call me back on that big guy. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him.
Fucking let him. Throw me on him. Throw me on him.
Fucking missed by a millisecond.
I was gonna say you missed by this much.
Now I'm dead again.
But like even when you landed, like the earth movement from you landing should have been enough for him to move. You know what I mean? Like even if you didn't land on him and you missed him by a millimeter, like you should still have done some.
And you just land into a squad of fucking bots or bugs, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I die here.
Okay, this is where it ends.
You know, and you know, the only thing you have to say is for democracy.
Yeah.
For democracy.
You know, but it is what it is, unfortunately. But I would say I did enjoy the game when it first came
Yeah.
out, and we were playing it a lot.
Definitely.
I definitely enjoyed it. It was a
Matter of fact, I can see how many hours I played it. Hold on.
it was a good breather to take from, you know, like our traditional Call of Duty nights and other nights. So I mean, it was definitely good to get a breather and take a break.
Yeah, it looks like I played for 61.8 hours. So
Yeah, I mean,
not like a whole lot, but it's a fair amount.
yeah.
Pretty sure we were in the hundreds.
I was say I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I
Gotta be.
barely touched 100. You know, but again, like it all goes back to the mechanics and the multiplayer and the gun bullshit. Um,
Because like I said, progressing through those I guess almost like a battle pass, but you didn't have to really. You did have to buy some of them, but
right.
you'd be pursuing a weapon, and then you get to that weapon, and then all of a sudden it's a huge letdown, and you're stuck using the same gun you've been using because it just is better.
Right. Like that one shotgun. It was supposed to be really good. And then you get it, you use it, and it's shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I just wasted hours of my life trying to get this, and it sucks.
Slugger is king.
Breaker's not bad. Whatever. Not what was it?
The slugger.
Slugger will stay king.
The Jack, I think it was called, but it runs out of ammo quick as fuck.
You know, and the other thing is, I think there's such a drop off with the difficulties from, you know, going from like easy to, you know, go fuck yourself kind of status. There's a big gap.
Oh yeah, Hell Dive is crazy, and Extreme Hell Dive or whatever the hell it is I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's called. I just know that it's go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You know, but so there's a lot they could have did better, and then, you know, they had, I mean, they did a lot of stuff that was good, and, you know, it served a purpose for what we were playing, but there was also a lot that they could have did better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been dope if you would have loaded in with like your backpack equipment
Mm.
and like your specialty weapon.
Well, instead of having a call for it, yeah,
Yeah, so you could leave more room for like sentry guns and
right.
orbitals.
That would have been
But
cool.
I get it. They wanted the challenge, but it was also like, okay, well, the challenge is the same thing. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but like even if they did that just for when you were defending the position, like if they had that ability just for when you were defending some, that would have made a lot more. It would have made it a little bit easier for you to be able to bring in more shit to make life a little easier. But I understand. I get it.
I think they did well with fixing most bugs too that popped up. I'll give them that. Like,
They did
we
listen to
argued for a little while, but yeah, they tried to listen.
they listened to the community for the most part. You know, they tried to do things right. It wasn't a money grab, uh, constant. You know, buy this skin, buy that skin. Um, but with all games that you're seeing now, it's weapon shit, weapon skins, fucking that type
Yeah,
of stuff. And I hate that shit.
yeah.
Let me use a weapon. I'll progress on my own, but
Right.
I don't want to get used to one weapon and go to another and be forced out of it. I'll move on my own. I'll get bored. I'll move on my
Yeah,
own.
like I
Right.
said,
But don't.
make the other ones better. Don't make
Yeah.
the fun one worse. Like,
You know, like at the end of the day, I hope that they update it to a point where it's better, you know, for us, or it's better, you know, for how we play. And I hope they come out with future content that, you know, excites people, because
I mean, yeah,
at the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to keep a player base. If people are playing it and they're not excited, then, you know, they're eventually going to drop off.
I mean, you gotta give them credit for coming from Helldivers 1 to Helldivers
Oh, for
2.
sure, for sure,
It's wild increase.
for sure. But even though they made that big stride, you're still going to have those people that want more. And they expect more because the day and age that we're in and the way technology is, they expect more.
Yeah. Or if they had like a mode or a setting, I guess, that would be all random orbitals like constantly, so your orbitals are constantly changing to different ones. So but you can keep using different ones. Like
That'd be cool.
I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. So, final thoughts, everybody. We are hitting that time.
The mines are the best orbital out there.
Fuck you.
Old
Shit's
man,
painful.
any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. It's a great game. You guys are a bunch of pussies. You
He
guys should have played
misses it.
longer. I miss it.
You can tell because he's just sitting there like this.
Well, I miss it, but again, I've been away so far, and they've changed the weapon so much that wanting to get back into it is even tough to even talk myself into it from time to time. It's like, yeah, I want to play, but I don't know what the fuck to use, and I feel like I'm out of it. They've changed so much, it's hard to just jump back in. And like I said,
Yeah.
play 30 minutes with something that I hate, which
Yeah.
I did last time. Picked a gun, it was shit. Fucking wasted my time.
Right. Sir William, final thoughts?
Yeah, basically the same. Y'all are a bunch of pussies. Yeah, fuck
Basically
you
the
guys.
same, yeah. Yeah. No fun.
Well,
Huh.
gaming warriors, that is all we have for tonight. Don't take our opinion, as concrete. Go out, get the game, play it yourself, experience it, come back, drop a comment and what you really think and let us know. Until next time,
You could always
peace.
wait for it to get cheaper. I'm sure it'll happen.
That too, for sure.